Ladies and gentlemen, we're a little bit bored of Pala Pala, so we'll bring you some light-hearted news for once. As you may know, in Western Europe, we generally pay our mobsters in gold, in bullion, maybe in cryptocurrency. In Africa, we do it African style. KFC and McDonald's. What do you think, Ramon?
I think this is a quintessential South African story. So, to give context to everyone, Cole Niehaus, the esteemed person that no one loves at all, let alone people within the ANC, Cole Niehaus claims that he was picketing peacefully until he was attacked by thugs, bought and paid for by our president, Cyril Ramaphosa. And according to him, the thugs were rewarded with food for hitting Cole Niehaus. So, to give you a bit of context, there's an NEC meeting at Nasrec. Cole Niehaus was picketing, told Ramaphosa that he must go because of Pala Pala and all that sort of stuff. And basically, Cyril Ramaphosa's thugs went to attack him, and they were rewarded with McDonald's burgers and KFC. I think it's a revolutionary way to pay for your mafia. But then again, it is Africa, so fast food goes a long way, especially fried chicken.
Do you reckon we could reshoot John Wick? And like every time they're like, "Hey Harry, do you want to earn a golden bucket meal, streetwise 2 for 2 with spicy chips?" Like, yeah, check it out, man. That's like proper edgy stuff, huh?
I mean,
Yeah, what a story.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know what else to say on this. Even the story says it's a 2-minute read. Like, it's a 2-minute read. Like, there's not much to the story other than Cole Niehaus was hit in the face once again, and he was hit in the face by people who were paid for with KFC buckets. And we do have a sponsor on this video, so we need to drag it out. I'm sorry, Byron. So over to you.
Who is the sponsor?
It's Bitvice. Let's be honest, Bitcoin is by far the best performing asset of the last decade, and a lot of people are using Bitcoin to hedge themselves against government overreach and fiat currency debasement, otherwise known as inflation. And that's why the guys over at Bitvice have developed their latest product, Sat Stacker. Essentially, you set a debit order, you accumulate Bitcoin every single month. Your Bitcoin won't be on an exchange, it won't be in anyone's hands, it will be directly deposited into your private wallet. So accumulate Bitcoin today, and every single month you set the price, you set the frequency, Sat Stacker does all the rest. In order to get started, click the link in the description below. And we are back. So, unfortunately for Bitvice, Bitcoin is no longer a reward mechanism for thugs and the mafia. Bitvice should maybe just have a debit order system that gives you like a Streetwise 2 every month through debit order. Because that's the way things are going in South Africa.
Oh, what a story! So this actually is a story about Cole Niehaus picketing Ramaphosa at the NEC. So he seems to want to go against Ramaphosa at every opportunity. If they have NWC, NEC, NAC, I don't know, whatever. He seems to go outside with his little one-man bucket of a sign, and he says Ramaphosa must fall type thing. And apparently in this instance, Ramaphosa just got hurtful and hired a group of goons to go out there and rough him up. And he got very offended by it. Now, I really want to know, did he get offended because all it took to get Cole Niehaus clubbed was the Streetwise 2? Or was it that he didn't actually have a actual reward value over his head, like a price tag?
In terms of the actual assault, Cole Niehaus claims that they pushed him around, they insulted him, he was pushed in the ribs, and he's laid charges of assault against someone because they're not allowing freedom of speech. I'm not too sure that's the correct thing to do because freedom of speech and assault are two very different things. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get the Human Rights Commission involved at some stage. It's like if you get punched in the face for a KFC, like is that like against your human rights or something? As I don't know what. I don't know. It's difficult. It's a very nebulous legal argument on par with the Pala Pala debacle.
I love this story because it is just a quintessentially South African story, isn't it? A rent a mug of KFC and McDonald's in order to take out my political opponents. Man, how far the world has fallen. Like, you remember the days when outlaws had these like ridiculous rewards against their name, like 1 million to capture this guy. Now it's like a streetwise bucket, family feast. Get him now. And it's like everybody's just running out. Oh, get him. Uh, I don't know, man. What is
Yeah,
there to say?
I don't know what else there's to say. We'll just leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Very short video. And, Cole Niehaus is still a puss. So at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
I think that's the best part about the story. It's actually it happened. It's like no one's like, oh my god, did you hear the news about Cole? They're like, oh my god, did you hear the news about Cole?
How low do you have to go where people are
Was
quite willing to hit you for a Streetwise
First
2?
Street was too.
I mean, I would expect at least 5,000 Rand, at the very least. For these guys, it's only Cole. We'll hit you for free, but throw in a KFC just in case.
We don't want to make it seem like we're too cheap. We have standards. We have standards,
Anyway, let's just leave it at that. Thanks for watching, everyone. And let us know in the comments down below. Who would you hit for a Streetwise 2?